So what I've been doing is I've been hacking off. I've got the mess to tidy up, but we're all sheeted up and everything's protected. So I've started on that wall and I've started hacking off, and I've got to this wall and I've hacked it off, and then I've realised that it's already got cavity wall membrane on the wall. But as you can see from previous videos, I didn't know this membrane was here. But as you can see from previous videos, it was physically damp. You could feel it. All plasterboards were wet that's being used. So this cavity wall membrane system has failed. If I show you down here, behind where the fridge would go, if I lift this section up here, you can see where it's all salted. It's all got salts all the way down it. There's your cables here that come from consumer unit above, so I've had to be careful around here. But then the reason that I think it's failed is because it's not being injected properly on the opposite side, and it's just failed. But also these plugs literally just pull out as easy as out. And as you can see, looking at this plug, it appears like it's just got silicone applied round the hole, but they've not put silicone in the drill holes. And I can show you another example. I mean, this plug come out and it's not even got any sealant round it. It's not got any sealant in the hole, and that's one of the reasons. Obviously this is a rip, probably what I've done from ripping it out. But it does appear like it's got cavity wall membrane sort of all the way around, all the way behind kitchen units, which is a good thing. That's good for the customer. But the thing is, this part has failed. So behind kitchen units, I'm assuming that they've failed. I've not hacked this wall off yet, so I have no idea what that's like behind here. But then if we come here, you can see the examples of the fixings that's been used. They're quite small. They're just not very good. They've not got sealant around them, which they should do. And in the holes where they've been fixed, there's no sealant in there. Same again here. There's no seal-proof, damp-proofing. I'm not talking about sealant that you put around your bath. This is proper damp-proofing sealant. And I have actually got an example to show you. So this is the sealant I use. This is what I call my sausage gun. So my sausage gun, I fit these into end of this. I put my sausage inside tube. I put an hole in end of my sausage and thread that in. Put my sausage gun ends on and squeeze my sausage out, and that's how it works. But what this does is it goes around the fixings, around the plugs, and I'll show you. In here, this is the plugs that I use. There's various different types. You can get the types with rubber seals on, but the rubber seals are just not as reliable as using the sausage gun, where the sealant, it's like an advanced sealant. You can't get this sort of stuff in like Wicks or B&Q or places like that. It's something that you have to be approved to use. You can't just buy it in general places, but we also sell this stuff. In the shop that I've got, we sell boxes of fixings as well. But that's not the reason that I'm making this video. And as you can see, if I take one of my fixings, I'll spin camera around, you can see that their fixings that they've used are tiny compared to the fixings that I use. And they're just wrong fixings altogether. And the fact that they've already put a little bit of sealant on outside on membrane would, to me, say the fixings haven't been long enough, they've not injected seals properly, and basically they've not done a very good job. This is actually fixed, but if I pull it away from wall, we aren't much doing really. It just falls off at wall. So it is back to brick, but you can see actually more. One sec. You can see more where it's salting, where injection cream out. It's not even being injected. So they're not putting any injection cream in there. Well, actually, it might have down here, but I don't know how much cream they've put in there. But because it's wrong outside, it's failed altogether. So this is what I'm up against. So I just thought I'd do this other little video to show you. But the fixings, like I said, they should be this long. They should be, you know, a decent size, and they should really have some lubricant in the hole. After you drill it, put some lubricant. Sorry, put some of the sausage gun in the hole, inject that in, and then put this in. Put some round the top of this part, round here, and then when you fix it in, it all splats out and it seals it properly. And I think that's what they've done wrong. So I've got to cut this back. I can't just reapply that. I've got to cut it off and just start again. So I'll show you as I go along. So I started hacking off on this wall, and then I've realised that this wall has got a cavity wall membrane on as well. I've hacked through at this point, and you can just make out the cavity wall membrane behind. When I took the readings on this job, there were no readings at all on this wall, but at this bottom point here, there were a small reading down below here, so something's gone wrong here. You can also see where it's had a fixing, or they've put a drill hole and couldn't get it fixed because it's sort of on the bit of the cavity. This would have been a solid wall, and if you look above me, you can see where the ceiling is, and now they've put a lintel in. So what they've done is they've drilled an hole here, realised it's on the cavity, which feels solid as it is because it's got something in there, but it's not that solid. It's not like drilling into brick. So what we've got these fixings again. I've tried to take this off as carefully as I can so I can give you a better inspection. But what they've done is the fixing here, they've just put sealant on it. Just looks like bathroom sealant. They put it around the fixing, and I can pull it out as easy as out really. And there's no sealant on this part of the fixing. There's probably a little bit here, but it's failed somewhere, and it's a little bit high at this point here. There's one more fixing here, but this hole, there were no there, even with plaster, the bits of plaster that I took off. There's no fixings in here, and it's just not been done right. Obviously that part. But so this part I've damaged it with drill. But then if we come along here, out of all this section, it's only got this one fixing here that's holding the entire lot up. I've not took anything else out. It's just got one fixing on, and it's also not even overlapped. It needs to be overlapped by 100mm. And something else that I noticed is they've not put any of this tape on. So this is your damp-proof tape, the proper stuff, not just tape you buy from like duct tape or anything like that. This is your proper damp-proof tape, proper sticky stuff. When it gets warm, it sticks even better. So that should be put on here, obviously opposite way, but I couldn't rip that part off. But it should go all the way down, and it should stick both joints. But this should have a minimum 100mm overlap. So that's what I think has gone wrong. Water's just got through here, and it's just made this wall damp and wet. So I've hacked all walls off, I've cleaned up. put my sheets back down, got it all as tidy as I can get it for now. So what I'm going to do, as low as I possibly can, I'm going to inject the wall, and I'm going to use the DeWalt drill. It's got a 10mm drill bit, and every course of brick, every 100mm apart, I'm going to drill a hole all the way down. And when it was damp proof last time, they'd already put some drill holes in, so I don't have to re-drill them again. They're in the right spot. But further down this wall, all this area is just not being injected, so I'm going to do that now. And all I'm going to do is go through brick 3 inch and 3/4. I'm not going to go directly all the way through. So when I drill all my holes, I'm just going to put my injection cream in. This is just to stop any rising damp, and I'm going to put it through to the back of the hole, squeeze it through and gradually pull it back as I inject it. So I'll start off with the holes that the last plasterer had already done, and I'll gradually pull it back and just put some cream in. And you want it so it's all like dribbling out. So you do this on the inside, you do it externally at the same level outside as well. And that'll stop any more rising damp happening. And then do that on every wall that you're going to be injecting and every wall that you're going to be putting treatment on. Do it on your internal wall and externally as well. So when you've done all your injection cream all the way along bottom and you put your cream in, you need to do it on your internals where end of your membrane will end. So this will go against this door. You do the same at every point where you stop, and just run it up, hitting all perks as you go along, so that the mortar joint, the injection cream stops the mortar joint from leaking into the wall a bit further along. So we'll demonstrate that now. So just put your cream into it, all goes to the back. I've pre-drilled all these holes, and then just as you put the cream in, just gradually pull it back, and it can be a bit stiff. And then once that's all done, go outside and do all same again. But now internally this is ready for your cavity wall membrane to be fitted, and then on top of that we're going to dot and dab and skim, or rough and skim, whatever's required.